show of hands, you can tell me if you know, like really well, decently well, one person from the entire 11 champions that we have here today. If you know, like, good enough, one person. Wow, everybody, pretty good. Now, tell me if you know more than 3 people here. Good enough. Still everyone. So, 5 के ऊपर हो जाएगा. Wow, okay, let's... All right, so let's do this thing. So we're going to give you 5 minutes, okay? You have to quickly, you have a sheet. This is our social mixer. Now, you might know your people a little bit better professionally, what they do, unki hobbies kya hai, but we want you to know them a bit more better, like personally. Okay, so we have 9 boxes and we have certain statements. What you have to do is just go around what you were doing right now, chit-chat with your champions, with your team members, and write down the names. So, abhi ye wo naam repeat nahi hone chahiye. So, 9 boxes hai. We have around 11 people here. So go around, write the names, and within 5 minutes, we want to see who gets all the boxes filled. And you have to come on the stage and say bingo if you finish all the boxes. I'm so liking here, yahan pe table mein y'all have started writing. You cannot write your name. I know we have an influencer here as well with us, so we can fill that box. Well, आप random names भी नहीं डाल सकते. We are gonna check it also. One bingo already. Also write your name on the sheet. Deepak Rai. We'll wait for 2 more minutes. We need at least 3 sheets. All right, your time is up. Yes, you have to put your name on the sheet. But I know, you are the only one without the name. All right, sir, kitne boxes baki hamare? We are done? One more. Chaya Chaya. Who knows Chaya Chaya? Nobody here. Saj. Everybody has put his name, but I think he's not... Yeah, you cannot repeat names and you cannot put your name. But the time is up, so we will have the sheet back. Amazing. Thank you. No, we're good now. All right, but so the very first person was Deepak, right? But we have to cross check our names as well, what he has written. So for knows more than 3 languages, you have put Dipanshu's name. Hi, Dipanshu, what are languages do you know? Can you please join us here? Yeah, please don't say that. We have a task.
Okay. So I definitely know Hindi, English, and I know a couple of languages from Rajasthan, so mostly Hadoti. There's a region in Rajasthan which is known as a Hadoti region, and I know that language.
हाँ बोल तभी हम मान सकते हैं ऐसे तो नहीं मान सकते but we are going to give a filmy twist to it, okay? So I'm going to give you a dialogue. It is in Hindi and you have to you have to say it in your regional language, okay? The Bollywood dialogue would be रिश्ते में तो हम तुम्हारे बाप लगते हैं नाम है दीपांशु. Okay, in the same andaz like you are auditioning for a role.
All right. So रिश्ते में तो હું થાકો બાપ લાગુ છું. મારો નામ છે દીપાંશુ.
Now, if we have to add an emotion to this, like romantic emotion, how would you do that? That's the challenge. You're given 2 options, either romantic or aggression, like very aggressive. Okay, let's go.
All right. रिश्ते में तो હું થારો બાપ લાગુ છું. What do you want me to say now?
That's good. A big round of applause for his sporty spirit. Thank you so much, Dipanshu. And we'll do one more check. We have does daily exercise Mayur and Kishan. Where are you? The fittest of all. आज भी जिम गए थे. Wow. We want to can we please have you here, Mayur and Kishan? यहाँ से challenge आ गई है. Like y'all are already warmed up for this activity. So let's see who's the fittest between the 2 of you. ऐसे ही give up नहीं करना है, sir. Okay, so we'll do push-up challenge. Let's see who can continue. Who does more than 15 push-ups? That's a good number. Yeah. Less we know, but 50 तो फिर हमारा पूरा segment आज इधर ही चला जाएगा. Okay, let's go. Okay, we'll need some music for this, and your time for this starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is very easy. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 22, 23, 24. Nobody's giving up. 25, 26, 27. Wow. You were right for the number 50. 32 and still going strong. Amazing. That was wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Kishan, for being a sport. Thank you so much. All right, so thank you, everyone. I think we just have one final thing, like chaiya hook step to karwana banta hai before we commence with the segment. And Avneet has written chaiya song. We have Tabrez written by Sajid. Where is Tabre? Is he the event? No, you stop framing. He cannot dance. Can you dance? Can you do chaya step? Wow. Sid has written Dipanshu can do. You are done, so we are not gonna have you back. Avneet, where are you? Anybody here can do chaya hook step? let's not get there, but this was fun. Can we please keep this somewhere? Thank you so much. A big round of applause for you. Amazing. With this energy, it's time for us to now kick off with the very first segment. And to take us through that, let's call up on stage someone who keeps the pulse of our community strong and always moving forward. Let's hear it for Tamanna, our Senior Champion Programs Manager, APAC Mia.
I'll start with thank you for being here. I know everyone has had like a tight schedule, Saturday, Sunday, busy, and like they're flying city to city. So thank you for coming here. We'll start with our regional connect. So this time, is it? Yeah, is it fine? Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, and then we move to our regional connect presentation. So as you all know, we invited this time the top 10 champions from India. And we also have Sajid and Girish, who obviously are one of the most active champions, but are also the event directors for today. So huge kudos to Sajid and Girish. Girish has another event, so he went there. He's busy at Partner Equip, but he'll join in the evening. But all the setup, all the, whatever you see here is like from his side, and the conceptualization of the event is from Sajid's side, because he's the best in that. So thank you to both of them. They are here to bring this event live. Now with we move to our agenda for today. Quite a packed agenda, but we'll roll as the day goes by. So we start with the community updates, then we go to stories unplugged. Now that is the important part, I think most important part of today's event, where you share your learnings. So in your mind, if you have prepared slides, good. If you have not prepared slides, at least come on the stage for 5 minutes and share your journey when you started in the community and how you've progressed so far. What were the learnings, what were the wins, what were the failures, because we are all here to learn about it. And we have Kishan, who is from the forum side, so he'll share like his journey of like how is successful in the forums, because we have very less champions in the forums contribution type. So he's one of the top contributors from there. Then after that, we move to an AMA. We've invited Atlassians. I am not sure how many will turn up because there's a team on tour happening. But if we see Atlassians in the room, we'll bring them on stage and we'll do an AMA. There are more Atlassians expected in the evening, so there is a probability we might be able to shift it also. So let's see. Then we break out for lunch, and then we have the champion quiz hosted by Sajid. We have a team building activity by SOS Party. You see Ruchi, her teammates would be doing this team building activity, and then we have a networking break. Then towards the end of the day, we have the celebrating the champions and program feedback. So think through like what are the feedback that you have for this program, and then share that with me. There will be a Google form that you have to fill out. And then we'll do the retro of today, basically like what went well, what do you think we can do next time to make this experience better for the champions who are attending. And then what we are doing is we are inviting the community members from Bangalore. We sent a special invite to only like a handful of people. So they'll be joining us for the comedy, stand-up comedy. So if you're interacting with them, try to understand what brings them to these events, what they like about maybe coming to Bangalore community events, and what are the areas where you think maybe in your events it's missing or we are not doing. Bangalore chapter is not doing. Those can be highlighted, like you can think through those. And then we have Rajat, who is going to do the stand-up comedy. And once we have his session end, then we'll start with drinks and dinner. And there's also DJ arranged, so keep your energy high. It doesn't have to go down after like 6, 7. So keep your energy high. We'll end the day with like a DJ night. Okay, so with that, we'll start with the community updates. So these are specifically for India. So as you know, when I started 5 years back, I remember there were just like couple of names that were part of India chapters. There was Delhi, there was Bangalore, there was Chennai, and I think Kolkata was not there. And there like bunch of like 4-5 chapters were only there. Now we have close to 30 plus chapters in India, and we have 80 plus champions in India. So kudos to all of you who are making all these chapters run. There are a bunch of community champions who are contributing on forums, who are contributing on the creator side. So now we have 80. It's a nice number. And this is the breakup of these champions. So specifically, all those who are supporting events, we have 58 of them. We have forums champion who are actively contributing to only forums, which is 16. And we have 6 champions who are only contributing to creator side. So that is the breakup of this. We also have one champion who's joined as a speaker as well. That I've not added, but he recently joined. Moving on to the next one now, because majority of the champions are from the community event side, I thought let's dive deeper into the events that they are hosting. So last year, in 2024, we hosted 124 events. I remember year before it was around 80. So we are seeing consistent growth in the chapters, even in the events that we are hosting. Registrations are out of the bounds. Like, I never remember, like, in the initial years, we were barely like 5,000-6,000 maybe registration-wise we used to touch. And now that is our attendee conversion. So it is a huge leap in terms of how many people are attending these events. And last year we were at 34 average check-ins. And this is this year's, which is like up till November, 12 months from here. So basically 175 events, we see 41% year-on-year growth, which is huge. So huge kudos to all of you. And it doesn't even count the co-hosted events. So it does not include co-hosted events, just like pure events that you're doing across different cities. Registration went slightly less, but if you see the attendee numbers have increased, which means that we are doing something good to get more people into, once they've registered, they turn up at the events as well. So there's some progress that is happening on that front. I see a lot of people still raising hands to say that we want to do conferences and all those. The average check-in numbers have also increased from 34 to 41, which is a very good uptick in the average check-in. So I'm really happy about these stats that we are able to achieve across different cities in India. And as you see, this is 7,000 India alone. If you see APAC MEA, we are touching, last year we touched around 11,000 attendees. So majority of the contribution in terms of attendees is coming from India. And it's all kudos to you. We are seeing even like a city like Indore, which just started a year back, we are getting like 200, 300 people. So it's your efforts that are, bringing these numbers. Okay, so next. And this is like the events format that we are seeing happening across India. So you see, majority is 60% is events, in-person events. So that is the majority, but we are also seeing a good turn up at our virtual events. And a lot of you have done co-hosted events across different cities. So I'm seeing like good number of people turning up at virtual events as well. The hybrid percentage has reduced only because there's a difficulty in managing those type of audiences. So when you host a hybrid event, people from the invite itself, they do not understand whether they've selected the option of virtual or whether they've selected for in-person. And I've seen it in Bangalore that they'll turn up at the event and say that I do have the pass, let me in. But essentially it is a virtual pass. So it becomes very difficult to manage these, and that is one of the major reasons I see that the percentage of hybrid events have gone down. And these are our stats for community forums. This is India-based stats. So from the start of the community or the people who are active on forums. We have 57 champions who are contributing, but they're contributing maybe like once in a year or that frequency. Whereas 16 people we have who are contributing, getting to the minimum threshold that we need as part of the program. And till now, we have garnered so many points on the forums. So in India, basically, we need more such people who can contribute to online forums. I see that there are some event champions like Subramaniam, who is one of the top contributors to online forums as well, and he's doing a lot of events as well. So we want more of those champions who can, whenever they can, go into forums, log in and just, maybe write a blog, maybe answer a question, or maybe comment on the post that product managers are sharing. So that way we can build our community better when we also see the holistic growth of all contribution types. And we have CAB members. I don't know how many of you know about CAB, but can I get a raise of hands? How many know about what is CAB? Okay. So CAB is basically CAB members. This year we have Sajid representing all of us. So the idea of CAB is that these are our core team members who will suggest what is the right roadmap for our program, what is the right, roadmap for prioritization. Should we do this? Should we do that as part of the program? They also are roped in when we have major announcements coming in, and we give them some, sneak peek into that. So they do that. Subramaniam was there last year. So they have to attend like late night calls or early morning calls. So it's a very tough thing for India champions to do that. But I'm glad both of them represented us in the last few years. So huge kudos to Sajid and Subramaniam from here. Now, what do we look forward? So this is, I thought from this event today, what should we take back as our learning? What are the areas where we can reflect and say that what we should be focusing on going forward? So as part of the events, I feel like there are major themes which our company is saying that we need to talk more about Rovo, Confluence, Loom. So these are some of the products that can, help other people learn faster. So I think if we, let's say for example, Rovo, if we do sessions on Rovo, in the end of goal would be basically they would learn to use our products better. Rovo helps simplify some of the tricky tools that we have. So I think there could be summer camps we could organize. Admin series, Deepak did an admin series, I think Deepak. So he did a bunch of 6 events where he explained end to end those features. So something like that, if we do, it will help our core audience to understand these events are not just for networking, but for deep dive learning as well. We could think of Confluence workshops. So in India, I've heard wherever I go that people want more workshops type of events. So that could be something we can build with the Atlassian speakers, and we can have them come to these workshops. Some of the cities recently did the Forge workshops, which went pretty well as well. Then we have the Orange Logic, where we store all our content from Atlassians, which is the presentation and everything. So you can go and download these presentations. If you want some different type of presentation, there are now people on our team which can help you create something around those topics. And I would encourage you all to continue co-host virtual sessions that you are organizing. And think of when you do these, maybe team, we're already doing team themed, or we are going to do RovoCon, which is again like a conference style, but talking all about Rovo mini workshop style event. Okay, so moving on to the next bit, which is sort of creator centric, but what you can do if you want to contribute towards the content side. So you can build some articles, guides, demystify some product features, Then there is champion-led training classes that are happening whenever someone is coming to the event, or on forums when you see someone struggling with how to use this product, you can always guide them to go to the champion-led classes and attend those. You can respond to questions, share expertise through the forums that we have, and then promote new learning resources and community initiative in forums group, and encourage your members, whoever is coming to your events, maybe have a slide of certification, how they can start with the learning path in the certification journey. So you can think about guiding them towards certification. And then this is basically fostering peer-to-peer learning. Whatever challenges or whatever learnings you're having from each of your contributions or engagement from your day-to-day experiences, share with your co-champion, share with your other champions who are through coffee chats, or whenever you're doing Orbit one-on-one sessions, share those learnings with each other so that we all can be successful. And encourage, like, there are going to be new champions which we are going to onboard every year. So encourage new champions by resharing. If they are sharing on LinkedIn maybe, then just reshare their content so that it reaches wider audience, and help them with like promoting their event and all those things. Whenever we have an opportunity to share feedback with product teams, we are now doing some product insider sessions, although the consistency is not there. Like I was hoping we'll have some regular feedback sessions, but whenever you see a feedback session with product teams, make sure that you're able to go to those, or maybe rewatch the recording sometime and provide some feedback to the product managers. And there is also, like, whenever you are doing your events, or whenever you are seeing challenging questions coming on forums, make sure that you are sending the feedback back to us as well. Like, they are struggling with this thing, maybe we can improve it in this way, or maybe product teams then can figure those things out. With this, I want to seriously thank you, because you make my work so easy, and it's lovely to know each one of you. And with this, we'll begin our session. The next part of our session is your stories. So we'll take a pause of 5 minutes, and then we'll just start with your stories. And I'm going to popcorn it to someone, and it can be a random person, okay? So think of something which you want to share on stage. I'll take a pause of 5 minutes, and then I'll come back and popcorn it to someone. I think we can start now. So, let me see. I want to call Rishabh maybe, because, yeah. Yeah, come on stage, Rishabh.
Okay. So again, thank you so much. Good to see everybody back. A lot of people I have seen back in US, and I was fortunate enough. And there are obviously some people where I met the first time, last time, during the same time in 2024. So yeah, I mean, Tamanna has already talked a little bit about, she already confirmed that we are doing great. So thank you so much, Tamanna. So let me get started. Obviously, we know each other, but this is me. As a job, I'm a senior product manager with Beyond Key, based out in Indore. And I started my Atlassian journey in 2012, which is the first time I saw Jira, and I was just amazed. I didn't know that I wanted to go in the product segment already, but I was amazed with how amazing the Jira product that back then was. Obviously, it is much more better now. And yes, August 2024 is the time when I onboarded. I was fortunate enough to get in connect with Pushpakant, and then he connected with me with Tamanna, and yes, I that's where I onboarded. This is something that we have achieved from Indore from last 1 year. So total chapter members are well over 1100, but last 1 year we were able to get approximately 960 plus chapter members from Bevi, close to 350 members on LinkedIn. We have created a LinkedIn chapter page, so it is also working very well. I did 11 in-person ACs, 3 virtual ACs, and couple of other co-hosted ACs. So that is what I did from last 1 year. Now Tamanna is not counting the co-hosted one these days, so my numbers are small. Okay, what worked? This is what it is working. I mean, nothing else worked more than Atlassian as a brand. So it is making all the difference, and we don't have to tell the IT folks what is Atlassian these days. Earlier, it used to be a case that we had to tell them, okay, Atlassian is the company behind Jira, but these days, Atlassian as a brand works really well. But let me get to the detail what actually worked for me, which is this. Tamanna. So, all the support, encouragement, and, continuous help from Tamanna is something that has been working really well for me. So, thank you so much, Tamanna. This is a highlight for me. I mean, nothing beats it. I mean, this is one of the highlight that I was able to achieve, and Tamanna was kind enough, Atlassian was kind enough for me to encourage me, and then obviously acknowledge the same. And I was fortunate enough to be at Teams. So I have been to a lot of conferences, but Teams is something different. I mean, no other conference would meet. Whenever I go to a conference, I was in conference 10 days back in Dubai, but nothing beats Teams. So thank you so much, Atlassian. I'll talk about what works, but just some highlights about the Indore AC. So now we are continuously getting close to 300 to 400 RSVP. I have an event this Saturday. I just clocked 400 last night, and I had to put a wait list on. But we are now getting some coverage over the media, specifically some of the leading newspapers back in the central region. So these are some. So this was the last event from August 24, and approximately 215 was the attendee count that we had. Similarly, now this is something really special for me, because not just we were there, but the same day, almost every other community was doing. So it was Microsoft, it was Google GDC, it was Salesforce, it was ServiceNow, and it was all the other at the same day. We were fortunate enough to get much attendees, but at the same time, if you see, they talk about Google and Salesforce, and with them, we were able to get our name on the newspaper. So this was a good achievement that we collectively got. This is some of the pictures from the ACE. So this is the last event where we had 215. You would also see some of the Atlassian folks joining us. So there were some people who were there in Indore or probably traveling across Indore. They were kind enough to join us. So we had some Atlassian. This is the first time I had somebody with at Atlassian.com joining the event. So again, it was very good. Obviously, I had been learning so much from Slack and fellow champions, what you had been doing. But at the same time, I tried to do something different. So this time, I hosted a Diwali meetup. It was more of a virtual meetup where we just connected and talked about how people are celebrating and what are their plans. So it was more about connecting back with the community. And this is something that had been helping me. It just helped to create the brand recall where people keeps on seeing, they keep on understanding and seeing what is this. There's something called as Atlassian community, and they keep on doing events. So this is something that had been working, which had created a good brand recall. You might see Shivam, he co-hosted, and there are some other champions somewhere on the screen they had co-hosted. So, whenever there is a virtual event, suddenly a bunch of champions are already co-hosting it. So thank you so much. So, it makes a lot of difference. I also did one, not an ACE, but rather, a personal connect with some of the another champions from Indore, but they belong to either Microsoft, Salesforce, ServiceNow. So you would find Salesforce, ServiceNow, AIM365, and Google, and all of these champions. These are the fellow leaders from different communities. So idea was not just to collaborate. Collaboration is a different ball game, but to understand how they are making this happen, what is the setup, and learn from the best practices that they are having. So, but at far, Indore keeps on saying nobody does good event as Atlassian is doing, and it is all because of the framework and the setup that Atlassian has already provided. Now coming to what really worked for me, one is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is working really well for me. the kind of organic growth that it brings, the kind of reach that it brings is really working well for me. Also putting up a chapter there and keeping people engaged. We also have a WhatsApp announcement group almost every community has. So this is working really well for me. Consistent local presence, doing events back to back, ensuring that people are not just considering Atlassian as the other event, but they look forward to it. And now I have some testimonials, people saying that, okay, Atlassian really does some really good events. And it is just because of the format and the typical format that we had been using. And I keep on learning from the fellow champions. For example, from Sajid, I ensure that we put one Mentimeter quiz in virtual or in-person event, and it really works, ice-breaking and, the trivia kind of thing. So people really enjoy that. So looking at the Slack channels and looking at what the other community leaders are doing really helped me. It created a continuous local presence. Sometimes it is not just creating an event, but being out there in Indore for other networking things and ensuring that people know about Atlassian and eventually they turn up organically. Like I did, one of the informal connect was a virtual event for Diwali, so it also brings up that Atlassian is not just about talking about Jira or Confluence, but it is rather a community which brings up learning and sharing and the community vibe. So people are liking this and listening to the chapter. I mean, if I would have copied, I would have copied all the best themes from Bangalore, NCR region, Pune, Mumbai, and all the other places. But the point is, we don't have the same audience as the other chapters do. So I could not copy anything and everything directly from what Sajid is doing or probably Subramaniam is doing, Panshu doing, or anybody else from the NCR or the other big cities are doing. So I ensured that we are listening to the community from online, from meetups, from as simple as the messages that I receive on LinkedIn. So understanding what they need. For example, my community, my city doesn't have a partner directly working from there. So we don't have partners there. We don't have Atlassian app creators there. What do we have is more of a users and admin base. So I have to curate all the sessions, all the ACs accordingly. So these are the 4 things that really worked for me. And obviously Atlassian as a brand in Tamanna. So yep, that's all I had been trying to do. Thank you so much.
Rishabh, if you could talk a little bit more about how you got started with the new community, because I think some people might definitely benefit from that. We are recording this, the most important thing that we should do is to of that.
Yeah, so initially, when I started, I ensured 2 things. One is ensuring that I'm able to connect with all of my personal connects based out in different companies back in Indore. So that actually helped me to understand what is the thing that they are trying to achieve or what are the gaps technically that they would like to achieve. And that's where I started getting attraction. And then using LinkedIn. I mean, LinkedIn is one of the social media that creates a very amazing amplifying effect. And within no time, you see a lot of RSVPs following in just because of a LinkedIn post getting traction from the local leadership. So these are the 2 things that really worked in the initial time to get eyeballs, and then creating a continuous brand recall, being there in Indore either with Atlassian or in different communities or networking events, so that people understand and people recall that Atlassian community does some amazing events, and we are open to hear, we are open to listen, and we are open to curate the sessions as they need. So yeah, that's what it is working for me.
Any other questions? No. That was a great presentation, Rishabh. Thank you so much, and
thank you.
Kudos to him for getting up and running within a year and doing so much. Great work. Now Rishabh needs to popcorn it to the next person.
Hey, hello. So I don't have a PPT, so I will make this.
Not needed.
Not needed. Okay, all good. So hello everyone, and my name is Ashwin, as you all know, and I'm part of Trivandrum community, which is south part of Kerala. And so first of all, a big thanks to Tamanna for providing this wonderful opportunity and Even I'm so proud that even Trivandrum chapter also been part of this regional connect. And basically, I'm a developer, so I'm a Jira developer, and I'm working with Lines Technology. Just about our chapter, just I'm providing a brief introduction about my chapter. So I joined this 2 years back, I believe 2023 last. Um, the Trivandrum chapter was actively working before the COVID, and after COVID it was idle for a long time, and I came into this. And while I'm running my first event, I, I remember that it was only 20 to 25 peoples were joining my event, and after that I was amplifying using as he mentioned LinkedIn and chapter groups and all. So now I hosted 5 events in 2025, and one event is going to be happening on December 12th, which is going to be the last event for this year. We are planning to conduct a social and a Team 25 recap event. So from 20 to currently, I was able to capture more people. Around 100 I was touching, and in our chapter we have around 470 members, and I have a WhatsApp group of active 200 plus members as well. So they are actively participation. They are actively asking questions. They're providing suggestions to other peoples as well. And I want to shout out two names. We did two wonderful events, and the speakers are from Atlassian Bangalore, Deepthi Ainupudi and Isha Garnival. So the two events went very well, and we got a very good feedback. They're asking questions to both them, and even it was a very successful event, one of the successful events. Okay, and regarding the success, how I was driving this along me, it can't be done. So I created a voluntary group, so which is under me, around 5 to 7 member people, and I divided the entire task into three. So the registration desk, and then to the food and beverage committee, and on is the media. So a big thanks and kudos to them. So they are helping me a lot. They're guiding me, supporting me. So I can simply I don't want to go and check again whether this all things are done. Just I'm providing, okay, this is the event day, this is your task, please support me. And they do all the works beyond, so and helping me as well. So big thanks to them. And how we will capturing our feedbacks, that is a big thanks to Tamanna. She was mentioning regarding the post-event survey. We boosted our post-event survey. So we identifying the top 3 best contributor for the surveys, and we are providing small goodies and all. So through that I can capture all the aspect. How was the event? How was the event speakers? Even I'm adding couple more questions into the post-event survey, and I'm getting more inputs. This is how we can learn from the event participants, and we can make the changes. So that post-event survey helped me a lot. Definitely I suggest, maybe if you are, maybe all the other chapters is already doing, if not, please do that. This is the one of the area we can capture more inputs from the participant. I got many feedbacks, like regarding even regarding the food and the vendors, the partners, the media team, and how can be the registration desk, how should be the stage, and this all inputs I all got, and we learned, and we did a very changes in that. And as a Trivandrum chapter, it is very rapidly it was growing, and I can see this in the upcoming event as well. Many people are coming in, and I was in last event, couple of other peoples were addressed me, like they are the media kind of thing, and they want to help me to publish this event in Technopark. So in Trivandrum, we have around 450 plus companies. We have 4 phases as a Technopark, and 80,000 peoples there. So one of the lagging I see there is, like, we are not able to. Many of the companies don't know we have an Atlassian community there. So through through many of the media partners, I could able to publicize this. And for the December 12th event, we had a media partner as well. This Technopart today, they have a very huge page of LinkedIn followers. They have a YouTube channel. They're helping me creating videos. They're helping me to creating posts and all. They are circulating it for free. There is no cost or anything involved. They are voluntarily coming to me and helping us. So this is as a brand, Atlassian. They are directly reaching out to me and helping us this aspect. So this is all about the Atlassian community event, Trivandrum chapter. And once again, thank you so much, Tamana, for having me, and thanks all.
Thank you, Ashwin. Any questions for Ashwin?
Ashwin, as a Jira developer, have you thought about like doing some workshops? You mentioned you're a Jira developer or
Correct.
Atlassian developer, right? Have you thought about like doing or leading some workshops locally? Have you seen that changing?
Okay,
Like-
correct. Okay, so how I taking my topic is like, so I have a listed the top trending topics in a list, and even yes, I thought about taking a workshop about Jira and Confluence development and the third party app connection. Basically, I'm still in DC and we are migrating to Crowd already. We started our journey, and basically I used to write the scripts on Script Runner and server side scripts. So so as I mentioned, I have this topic in and 7th or 8th place in my list. Currently, we covered about Jira in a high level. We covered Confluence. The last week we covered Loom. We covered so Agile, that kind of topics also. At 7th or 8th position, I have this also. Maybe I will be going to be taking this topic. So yes, we are covering that. Yes. No.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. So I heard that you have a volunteer team of 7 members,
Correct.
including the PR team. So how do you handle that actually for your event?
Okay.
Or how do you manage the PR
Okay.
team?
So how I found these people is like, so while I'm doing my second event, couple of them addressed me, so they are willing to help me in this running this, because I'm running like I'm going to food place, and I was asking them whether everything is running, and I'm coming to stage, and so usually in my sessions I do a 10-minute intro session. So basically how as Atlassian community Trivandrum chapter, how we are growing. I do all the statics, like how many registration we had in the other last event, how much peoples we are now. So this all statics is also I will showcase them. They see how we are growing, and they then approach us like, okay, so we need to pitch in. Those peoples are also running events in their organization. So I have 2 people from my organization, 2 from Infosys, 1 from IBS. So likewise, we are touching more people from multiple. So currently I have 8 people, voluntary people. So from that, who all are they usually come to me, and they mention like, okay, I will handle this registration desk, so I will support you kind of. So, and I'm thinking about maybe I will do a coffee session or with them. I need to check with them and how I can do that. So and usually I will provide some voluntary gift to them also, and this is all how I am managing them into my events.
So does your PR team also support other chapters or other cities?
They are actually, I'm the only member for the Trivandrum chapter as a leader. So so I mentioned this voluntary team is not doing any communities in other chapters, but they are simply helping me in our Trivandrum itself.
Okay, I will connect with you offline because
Sure.
I need some of your expertise
Definitely.
in going with the PR team.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Maybe Divanshu.
All right. Hello, everyone. So maybe I will start with why I actually became a community champion. So I started my professional journey in 2012, and on the very first day, the very first task that was given to me was to understand Jira, because I started working in a very small product-based company, which was a marketplace partner. So that's how I started my Atlassian journey. And it was a very small company, and I always like to be around people. I cannot sit in silos. I cannot sit in a desk and just be around one or two people, right? It's my nature that I want to be around people. I want to talk. But when you are in a product company, and especially small company, the only thing you can get is you talk to your team, and normally the customers do not talk. Customers talk only when they have problems. If the customer is happy, they will never talk to you. If a customer is happy and if you try to get a feedback, it is very difficult. But if they are unhappy, they will talk to you. So then I started exploring what can be the option where I can start connecting with people. And then I found, and basically whenever I used to have questions where around Atlassian tools, which I was not able to get the answers, then Atlassian community forums was the place. So I started by asking questions there. Then gradually I started around 2016. I think I started answering questions on forum. So that was my first part when I actually started contributing to the community. So forums was the thing. And then around 2018, I think I attended my first community event. It was in Gurugram. So I think it was Sajid's second event or something like that. Yeah. So Sajid started being the community champion around that time only, and that was the first event that I attended. And I really liked the event, and I really liked the conversations that were going on in that event. And then I figured out that there's a chapter in Noida also. And so Noida chapter was started in 2017, but Aman was the only community leader or champion at that time. And it was very difficult for him to manage that ace, because he had a lot of things to do. Back then he was having his own startup, and he was trying to manage that thing. So I think 2019, I actually kind of applied for becoming a community champion, and Aman was kind enough to make me one of the co-champions. So in 2019 August, I became the community champion. And if I talk about what works for us, so initially we had event when we had only 3 people. So it was me, Aman, and then there was another one attendee. So that's how we started. And then it was very kind of, we had a long discussion, me and Aman, that what we are going to do if things like this continue. Then we started thinking, and then first we started having a different type of events. So initially we did events around tools, how you can use Jira, how you can use Confluence, and all of those kind of things. But then we realized that people do not want to understand tools, right? People have problems and they need solutions. So then we started having events. So most of our events now, those are not around tools. We never talk about how you can use Jira, how you can use Confluence. We talk about the problem, and then we have session around that. Of course, that includes how you can solve problem using Atlassian tools like Jira, Confluence, and all of those kind of things. So that worked. And so I joined in 2019, and then it has been 6 years. So during these years, we also realized that me and Aman, we were not sufficient enough to handle a city like Noida. So then Deepak joined us, Deepak Jangir, and then Yatika also joined us. So, so Yatika is also my wife. But what works for is each one of us, the 4 of us, we have different personality, and we add something different to the events or the chapter. So Yatika, she handles things where she can understand people. She has more of that type of capabilities. So when it comes to CLCs, and when we have to make it more engaging, so she comes up with ideas like having mandal art sessions and all of those kind of sessions, which people really like. I could never have thought about those kind of things. Deepak has different capabilities where he can really understand and connect with developers. So he helps attend to those people. Aman is from the product side. He really understands those things. So yeah, and what doesn't work for us? So Noida is a very strange type of, is in a very strange type of location. It's a planned city, it's a metro city, but it's also surrounded by Delhi, Gurgaon, Faridabad, Ghaziabad, and all. Now, what the problem that we find is there are only 3 5-star hotels in that city, and 2 are owned by Radisson. So one of the Radisson is small, and they do not have a capacity of more than 100 people. And the CLCs that we host nowadays, they normally get 150 people. And the other event or the other place is Radisson Noida, again, which has restriction that either we can have 150 people or we need to have 400 people. There is no middle ground between that. So that's a really difficult thing for us, but so far we have been trying to accommodate with Radisson Noida, and that's why we limit the number of attendees to 150. That's the problem that we have. We cannot expand. So now we are trying to explore, maybe if we can go to other places, like maybe a couple of hotels. There are a couple of hotels in Delhi, very close to Noida, the Mayur Vihar region. So that's where we are trying to go now. And yeah, I think that should be all. Any questions for me? So we can definitely do the normal events in companies, right? But when it comes to CLCs, we need large setup, right? And that's not normally possible in offices of companies. So that's the only thing. Otherwise, normal events, in normal events also, we do not have the budget to have those big hotels. So we have now finalized one hotel, a specific hotel in Sector 18. That again has a limit that either we have 50 or again we need to have 100. So we have settled down with 50 for now. I would like to popcorn it to maybe Siddharth.
Okay, thank you, Dipanshu. So after Noida, Greater Noida comes in. Okay, so good morning, everyone. So I'll start, like my professional journey was completely different. I started as developer in Microsoft, and I came to, earlier I used to hear about Jira. I haven't used Jira in my earlier career journey. I used Jira in 2018 and 2019, I full-fledged started it. But before that, I'll thank Sajid, Deepti, because I was into the Agile community and I was very much in touch with them. And I used to hear words about Atlassian and all those things from them. And then I started going to the Atlassian events as well. And again, same thing. We were going to Gurugram. And I think Dipanshu, Sajid, they can understand people going from Greater Noida to Gurugram is a different journey. Not three cities, I think we need to travel. And that was the pain area. That even when we go to Noida community chapter, people were asking me, can we have something over there? Can we have something? Because it's again a 30, 40 kilometers distance. And I think when we met with Tamanna in Gurugram event, I think Tamanna self asked that, can you explain the geography of that region? Where is Gurugram? Where is Faridabad? And in NCR region, now we have 5 communities. So, and every community, I think 5 or 10% people are common, rest we are unique. So we get different people over there. So that's a beauty as well as the pain, because people do not want to go out of their comfort zone. That's, I think, NCR attitude. People do not want to go out of their comfort zone, but slowly and slowly we are moving over that. So I started my journey about Atlassian in 2019, I'll say. Then I joined as a champion in last year, April. And since then, Greater Noida community is growing. With Ashish and Deepti, we are more than 1,000 members. And in last 1 year, I have hosted 17 events. So how we are doing that? We have kept a benchmark for us. Me and Ashish and Deepti, we have decided we'll host 2 events every month, one in person, one virtual. So that's from the feedback from the community members. Because when we start, we always say, this community is for the people and by the people. It's not, we do not decide the agenda. We do not decide what's coming in the next event. We ask them what you want to hear, what you want to look. So as Dipanshu mentioned, we talk about the problems. We do not talk about just tools. Even if we want to talk about tools, that should come from the participants. So that's what's bringing in them. So what they are looking for. So recently we, Atlassian did the Arc browser acquisition, then the DX. So we shared that knowledge. Immediately we got the that can we have something about Arc browser? So luckily we had one Atlassian, Himansh. So he worked with that team on that, and we did that session. That session was very small one, the 30-minute session, but it was very well received, and people want to know about that. Now people want to know more about Forge. People want to know more about CI/CD pipeline, how we are doing that, and how Atlassian is managing to helping others organizations. So we are catering to them. That's creating a to-do list. That what events we want to do. So that's how we are bringing in more participants. The biggest challenge that we are seeing, the venues thing. So we have also fixed one venue that we are doing. Either we can go up to 50, or we need to go for 400 or 500. So that's kind of thing that we are saying. But we are exploring other options as well, because there are limited infrastructure. Although Greater Noida, they are very big, but these kind of events, corporate events, either they are very big, and either they are very small. So what Mayur asked, can we go to organizations? We tried that. I tried in my organization. It was very well received, but problem was the layback attitude of the NCR region. I did event in my organization, including me, there were only 5 employees of that organization, rest all were outsiders. So people do not want to, so that's, and we can't do anything about that, but how we are encouraging them to do that, asking their problems and providing their solutions. And slowly, we have seen a trend that now people are saying that, okay, they are getting their problems, they are bringing their friends as well. Let's go over there. So that's how we are seeing a consistent increase in participation. So we are consistently getting 40 plus members in most of our events. So that's a good thing. Other thing that we are doing, we are getting swags. The challenges are there with the swags, but what we are doing, instead of quiz, we are doing raffle draws. We have certain certification vouchers. Recently, we did a session on Atlassian certifications. We invited Sushant over there, and he did that thing. And Tamanna helped us with the certification vouchers, and we gave it to the participants. So that was a good thing, and people liked that. And they were asking, can we have more on that as well? Can we have more such sessions that can help them to build that thing? And that's how Greater Noida chapter is growing. And we are hoping that, as we are saying that we are not counting co-hosted event. If we count co-hosted, so on 27 November, we'll be hosting our 50th event, including co-hosted. So in total, we have done quarter century, 25. So we are mixing both the things. And other thing that we are doing, we are just not focusing on Greater Noida chapter. So like we see that when Deepak did that Jira admin thing, so we called it out in our community. That go to that chapter, search that thing, go to that. We called, thanks to Shivam, thanks to Shajit, whenever they have certain things, we share it with the community, go over there, talk to them, help them. Anything you read, talk to them. And we have created a chat within NCR region where we all chapters coordinate with us, so that we are not giving the same thing to all the participants. So they are getting something different. We might be doing same thing, but in a gap, so that people are able to grasp those things. They are getting at least something new. So that's how NCR region is growing. So if we combine NCR, so I think it would be too big, but I don't know how we would be able to manage. So keeping it in a smaller packets, that's running pretty well. And thanks to Tamanna for all the support and encouragement. Whenever we ask something, we get a quick response. So that's helping us to go keep running it. Okay, so let me, Mayur.
Yes. Start with 51.
Start with 51.
जिसके सबसे ज़्यादा events, that many push-ups Mayur has to do.
35 is enough now. All right, hello everyone. My name is Mayur Jadhav, Atlassian online community leader, community champion, hosting events for Surat chapter, and also an Atlassian creator. I'm writing articles, some news, some post on the LinkedIn, right? So let me just get you back to the 2021 when I started. So I recently passed out, and it was the COVID 2020. And I had an offer from different companies, but I don't wanted to join them initially because they hire in a bulk and then they put into a different technology, right, which you don't want it. So I got introduced to Atlassian, basically first not Atlassian, to Jira basically, from one of my relative. He was working with the solution partner itself. So he just informed me, oh, this is what you can also do. This is a new option in the market right now, which is growing. Then I started learning. I started learning through community itself, forums, watched some YouTube videos. That time it was a lot of videos. Community, like in learning, there was a lot of paid videos, which was a high cost at that time. So I started learning that, then got introduced to Atlassian certification, and I did my very own, that it was ACP 600, and I just simply posted on LinkedIn. And then I posted, and then I got open to different companies. I reached out by many people, and then I started applying, and then I joined Microgenesis basically that time. So I worked there for 2 years, and then I got introduced by community, by Girish itself. Like there was one more member, he joined that time, and we had a discussion about what is the community and what exactly they do, basic kind of thing, right? And then I started, exploring the forums and started writing the questions, articles, and everything there only. Then after some period of time, right, I had some like 35 something acceptance at that time. Then I applied, and sadly I got rejected. That very the first time. Then again, but yeah, the feedback that Tamanna shared that time, right, with very detailed, like you need to change your tone in the answer. You need to have some scenario based answer also, some screenshots, some kind of things, right? So that people will relate and people will, understand very easily. So then I started applying. Again, spent some 3 months, and then again I applied. And this time, somehow I got selected. Then after that, right, I started writing the articles, and then I suddenly got to know about creator program. I think someone reached out to me on LinkedIn itself, maybe. And then again, I applied that one also. I got selected. From there, I started writing the article, post, and I have like more than 10 plus posts that has 300K reach on each post. So that was amazing. Then again, after spending some times, right, then I thought, why not I should start a chapter, right? In Surat, there is no one. And it's very difficult to start a chapter in Surat also. It's like, Surat is like a manufacturing hub and a diamond industry, right? So a lot of there are only few companies that are running the IT services. So I thought, let's give a try. Then I hosted a first event, and it was more about introduction only, about Jira and other tools. I invited Chaya from the Vadodara itself, so it was nearby. And we did a good session there. We got like around 35 people joined that session. And yeah, so that was the journey. And then I shifted to, I saw, right, I tried 2-3 events, and then I saw the count was decreasing. Then I shifted to online itself, like hosting the virtual events. And the one event that I had, I remember that we had like 250 plus registrations, and continuously 150 people were watching that. So that event got hosted by like 7 to 8 chapters. So Indore was there, Mumbai was there. There were many chapters that hosted. And we had like a millimeter session also, like that we will do for that run. I said Deepak was there also. So we are expecting like 100 people will be there. So we had to cancel that, and we have to run the random raffle for that. Like it was a 150 count, right? And millimeter supports only 100 as in free. So
we didn't know that. I just learned that. Okay.
Yeah.
It will not be more than 50, so let's not.
Right. That usually happens, right, in the virtual events. 50, 70, max 100 people.
Good problem to have.
Right. So that was and then we just did that one. And one more I wanted to give some. So we have some kind of a charity that last December happening, right? So in February I did some kind of a mix. So I'm into riding also, right? So what I do, I just hosted a event in the page, and like I got like 7-8 people, and few people from my riding group. I combined Atlassian community, a riding group into one, and we went to some old age home. We served the food for them, like around 70 to 80 people there. So there was like 5 to 6 people from the IT side. Right? I arranged bike for them also, and we did some riding, like 7 to 8 kilometers of riding there, and then we head to that venue, and we celebrated like entire day with them. So that was the kind of a good experience I had in that one also, and thanks to Tamanna also. So every time I reached to her, right, oh, she said, oh, let's do that, and she's supporting every time. Yeah. Anything?
Do you have pictures from that session?
Yes, I do have. Maybe I'll have in my mobile. I'll share in the group again. Yeah.
How you are getting so much likes on your review?
Yeah. So one thing, what you can do, right? I'm not fit. I'm still. I'm still doing that. Yeah. So one thing that the first thing you need to somehow in every post, right? If you're writing about the Atlassian, you should mention Atlassian somewhere, like tag Atlassian. So that's what I do. So I like almost every post Atlassian either will like or comment in my every post. So whatever this post is, I'm just tagging the Atlassian, and I'm mentioning the people every in the post, right? So let's say if you have 1,000 followers, I'll mention the post. If she has 1,000 plus followers, I'll mention that. So that if that people likes, right, it will go to their reach also. That is the basic funda.
Let me rephrase my question. Do you have another ID with Atlassian? Because I am seeing on your every post Atlassian is commenting.
I hope I had, so I'll have like more than 1.4 million followers. So, but no, luckily no.
There is a team in Atlassian forums team. They view the posts that are coming, and wherever we tag Atlassian, like he was mentioning, that if you tag Atlassian and the post is good, it's getting traction, they will automatically start engaging on that post. So
Right.
they like it or they'll comment it. So that is what the Atlassian team is
Yeah.
also.
So people generally use hashtag also, but instead of putting hashtag, try to mention ad. That will really help you to get some attention from them also. Yeah. Anything, sir? All right. Thank you. Avneet, let's go. He was like,
तुमने क्वेश्चन कैसे पूछा? तमन्ना, I think
I am today's class monitor. Okay, everyone is set.
So let's start Pune chapter. Can we have a audio, please?
Atlassian, 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 Atlassian.
So our next event is planned on 13th of December. This is the Pune. And we have nearly 400 attendees in an event. We have completed nearly 83 events in last 12 months. We have 2 planned events in this year upcoming. Now let's talk about the success of the Pune chapter. Pune chapter is one of the largest having community leader, thanks to the Tamanna. So the yeah, seven. So we have a 7 champion in Pune, and every champion is the best in their field. They're like either it is a Anil, either it is a Datta, Piyush, Sachin. We have a 2 Sachin, so nobody can out us. So that is the one biggest thing, and that is the one lovely thing in the Pune chapter. How we are getting success and how we are writing our stories, how we are writing our history, that is the one biggest thing which I want to talk about. What we are doing, we are selecting the topics on not only basis of users, not only basis of teams, not only basis of project managers, product owners, we are targeting them. We are make a target, either it is for admins. So our session is completely dedicated either to the admins, either dedicated to the product owner, product managers, or Scrum Masters. So on this, how we are doing with do not repeat the topics. That is our first motto. How we are learning? We are learning from Sajid, we are learning from Deepak, we are learning from Mayur as well, because the posts we are seeing Mayur post on LinkedIn, we are getting, oh my God, this topic is very popular. Why not include in our events? So we are adding those topics. We are inspiring with the Sajid. Like Sajid is hosting beautiful quizzes, questions and everything. So we thought, okay, let's try it out. Can we make a one pop over here? But we are not announcing anything. It is just a sudden thing. We are putting questions to everyone. We are asking people. So what you want to learn? What is your real problem? If you are a project manager, what is your real problem? Project manager doesn't care about what is going on with the developer, what is going on with the admins. They just want the solutions, like the product. And I think Java can, Igashaf can easily connect with them. They want the solution. They don't want to listen the admin's problems or anything. So in this case, our session is dedicated if the product owner or product manager. So we are giving our speeches on basis of product manager and product delivers. Product managers, product Scrum Master on basis of that. But if the session is on basis of Jira admins, architect, we are driving with that. With that, we are taking ideas from the Deepak. So Deepak is there. We are taking, okay. We know there is a 6-day series, admin series coming from Deepak's side. So we thought, okay, this is a very good thing. We also include our audience, and we are taking their ideas. We are asking for them what they want to listen. We are not only including, we are not only talking about the application. We are not only talking about what you are doing. We are talking about what you can do. We are giving them solutions. We are giving them codes. Every product manager, product owner, or on the level of organization, everyone thought about the savings. So how we can save, how we can do. What we are doing, we are giving them how you can perform saving within the Atlassian. We are giving the ideas, we are giving the codes. If you are running in every 30 days, every 15 days, 45 days, you can remove the users, you can do the things. We have the automation script, we are sharing those scripts with the users, we are sharing those scripts with the admins as well. So that is the one best thing, and this is the reason the Pune community is getting grow. Because everyone loving not only the questions, they are loving the solutions. How they can solve the things, how can they do the things. And what is the best thing about is this, if we talk about the best thing is that when we are planning anything, like if we are planning for Rovo, if we are planning for FOS, we are not asking people to, okay, this is the session. We are giving them, this is a workshop. And if this is a workshop, you have to bring your laptops. So last year we have organized the Rovo and FOS workshop over there. We have organized Atlassian workshop. So with those workshops, we are asking people how you can create the apps over there. We are encouraging them. We are helping them. And with this help, Pune community is going very well. Thanks to Tamanna and thanks to the Pune community members. And thank you everyone. And thank you all of you as well, because we are taking ideas from you as well and trying to implement in our ways. Thank you for that. Anyone? Good question. So, see, we are, as like today, we are not feeling ourselves as a project manager, a project owner, or Jira admin. We are feeling ourselves, we are the sales manager. If we can sell our product, if we can tell them, okay, this is the best thing, and when you are attending this event, like if you are attending this event, the 30th December event, what you are going to get? You are going to get first, we are asking for two things. I think I already troubled so much to Tamanna about, can we have a different speaker? Can we have this speaker? We want this topic. We are not asking for topics from the speakers. We are needed the speaker on these topics. Either it is a software collection, either it is a service collection. So on basis of that, we are targeting. We are telling them, okay, this is the particular thing we needed because the market we need right now. Like suppose last month, Atlassian announced the data center is going to be down and the complete application is going on to the cloud. So on basis of that, we take it in our mind, we have to be perform one thing on the cloud migration, how we can do that. So for that, what we are planning, we are not planning only for the cloud migration. We are planning, while you are doing the cloud migration, what is the problem is going to be coming on your board and how you are going to address that problem. I think if you are the Atlassian admin, you have everything on the Atlassian universities. You can see everything, you can read everything, you can perform any task. You don't need me. So where you need me? You need me at the point when you are facing challenge, where you are facing problem. So we talk about while you are doing this, this is the main problem which we can solve. This is the solution which we have implemented. And if we can do, I think you can also do. Anyone? Thank you.
Hey everybody. So I'll keep it short, but I do want to share some things that have really worked for me specifically, and a little about my journey. Some of you know me. I've had the pleasure of working with some of you really closely, specifically folks from Delhi NCR, Dipanshu, Siddharth, because as both of these said, right, we started the Delhi chapter somewhere around 2017. I joined in 18. And it was Delhi, Gurugram, NCR. We are the only chapter which has been renamed. No city chapter has ever been renamed, right? We are the only chapter because we were NCR, then we let go of NCR because Noida became a separate chapter, Greater Noida became a separate chapter, and now Faridabad and Ghaziabad are also separate chapters. All of these separate cities, by the way. We used to be one holistic community doing events at all these places. But major 95% of them events were always in Delhi or Gurgaon. That's how we started. But just a little about me, because this is a new slide that I have started using everywhere that I do. This is everything that you need to know about me. That's me, my family, and one of the most proudest moments that I've had when the first community in APAC to win the Community of the Year award. It was Delhi Gurgaon. We had the thank you. Since then, it's just been India dominating. By the way, after that, Bangalore won, Pune won, Greater Noida won, and like it's just been a barrage of all India. Because years ago, I remember I was speaking to Tamanna, and even before that with Darlene, that like from India it was me and Girish. There were two people who were always at team events, me and Girish, and it was like it gets so lonely, because the entire North America contingent is here, and now with each year the APAC group, that meeting, that small 30-minute meeting that we have at team, keeps getting bigger, and I'm like so happy about it. So first of all, thank you for all the effort that you put in, and yeah, so that's a little bit about me. That's my daughter. She attended her first event at 3 months. Atlassian sent a onesie. She wore an Atlassian onesie and went to her first event. Now she still shows up, but like not as active listener as she used to be. Yeah. But like this is the major aspect of what I do. I manage 3 communities, or co-manage 3 communities. Started with Delhi Gurugram, of course. It is one of the biggest communities in India. Of course, Bangalore takes the center stage in that. But second number, I think we are right now. We are somewhere around 20 to 50 members. We've done 179 events, not co-hosted. All of this individual or virtual ones. Then in peak COVID, or like just when COVID was about to become very bad, me and my friend Sarika, who's also the Mumbai co-leader with Deepak, started this community called QuizBiz, where we just wanted to do some fun events without talking about Atlassian, because that's what we were doing all day. So we started doing some quizzes, trivia championships, those kind of things, and kept listening to feedback, kept getting more questions about, hey, this is great. Can we have more trivia? Can we have more fun? And people came back, said, hey, this is great. Can we have more Atlassian certification specific question? Because that's what QuizBiz was, both of them. So we separated it out. So now I run a separate trivia championship and then a certification focused series saying, are you smarter than a Jira admin or a Confluence admin? Quick shout out, Rovo Games is officially premiering on December 4th. So if you are interested in Rovo, so Rovo is a new series that we are starting. Yeah, thank you. But QuizBiz became really big. We got really lucky that there were, that's a typo. It's not 114 members, there's 1,014 member. QuizBiz is 1,000 plus member. And then early last year, one of my good friends from North America, Dave Rosenland, if any of you knows Dave and I co-founded this company called ITSM ESM Masters. We were doing a lot of service level stuff, but we wanted to combine on the basis of practice. So QuizBiz and ITSM both are purely virtual events or virtual communities where we host. QuizBiz is trivia and fun and games. ITSM ESM is one specific type of series that I do. It's called Unfiltered Conversations, where I invite really smart people and ask them not to bring a PPT. I ask the question over a Menti slide where audience participate, and that's the type of session that is most watched. So like 80 people will start and the end of the hour 70 are still on, right? So those are the conversations because there's no PPT. None of the speakers know what they have to say. I ask the question or audience asks the question using Mentimeter and then we discuss. So 4 people on screen with completely unfiltered comments. Sometimes it gets a little PG as well. There are some nice friends from the community who share unfiltered conversation, but that's what keeps them active. Those people talking about real questions, real problems. Sometimes there are questions that are not 100% pro that I would put on social media, but people ask, and that's the reality, right? Like whether it's the changing of the status button or whether it's the price increase. Those unfiltered conversations are just that. They are very unfiltered. It's the community voice asking experts from not just Atlassian, the marketplace, ecosystem, even outside. So like now we've started adding customers, people who have never been part of Atlassian community, people who are ServiceNow users, people who are Microsoft users, so that we expand. Now coming to what has really worked for us and me specifically is just being me. So what Dipanshu said, right? What Mayur said. Dipanshu likes to connect with people. Mayur likes to merge his passion of riding with, giving back or with community. That's what worked with me. I've always been a trivia nerd. I just loved quizzing. I've done that all my college life. We used to have quiz clubs. And I've been a coach. I've been a trainer. I've done a lot of solutioning for a bunch of marketplace partners now. So merging all of that with Atlassian community really helped me because I wanted to do this. I never want to do a workshop where I teach somebody Jira. Just not me. I'll get somebody smarter to do that. On the other hand, I can help somebody resolve a problem separately on WhatsApp. So my WhatsApp keeps buzzing. We have a very active WhatsApp group, and I help out like at least 5 people on WhatsApp specifically who will reach out to me from the WhatsApp group with questions, or I'll redirect them to a post of Mayur or somebody like an Andy Gladstone. You know, these people who are really active on online community, their posts, and then help them solve their problem. So whatever is your style, what you are passionate about, if you merge that with the community, it helps it really grow natively. Then you don't have to. You can always be inspired. Also, like somebody like me gets very competitive. So I get very competitive. I had no slide. Then Rishabh put a very nice slide. So I had to make slides. That's just who I am. And I embrace it. I completely embrace it. That's just who I am. So it works very nicely for me. I'll see somebody giving a brilliant presentation. I'm like, nope, next time I will top it. And 7 years, I kept submitting as a speaker at Teams. Never got selected. 8th year, got selected twice. So this year in Team 25 Anaheim, I was a speaker in Anaheim. Then submit again for Barcelona, got selected, was a speaker in Barcelona. What I'm trying to tell you is like there's no shortcut, right? Like you have to do the hard grind and then just find what your perfect passion is. It can be whatever. It can be as dumb as, like, again, I shouldn't call it dumb. Whatever, as simple as like a postage collection, stamps, right? What Dipanshu mentioned about mandala that Jatika is doing. Meghna does paintings. So, right, we in Delhi, we do workshops where people will make the Atlassian logo and paint it on their own. And then we will give them canvases that they take back. And people send me photos of framed Atlassian logos on their home. Now, it has nothing, no meaning to them. But somebody who painted their own Atlassian logo with Diwali theme, and they've just posted it on their home and they're sending me pictures, right? That's how you build the community. So that has really worked for us. Delhi community became very nice. We still are like one big family, as Siddharth mentioned. We keep chatting on WhatsApp, Dipanshu, me, Shivam, Siddharth, Ashish, Deepti. All of us connect. At least once in a couple of months we show up in each other's events. We speak at each other's events. So find who are your tribe who will help you. So it'll be easier if you're new. Specifically, if you're older, you definitely, one thing that I would recommend is go beyond. So if you're, let's say, for example, Mumbai, or if you're Pune, go beyond your community outside the region. I've learned most of my professional life from people who are much more smarter than me. And I will just take something from them and try to one-up them. Somebody like a Rodney Nissen, most of you might know him. He's one of the most active blogger out there. His name is the Jira Guy. He's that famous, right? And I used to read his blogs. Then I became friends with him. And now we collaborate fairly together. So again, it's why I'm telling you this is anybody that you see in the Atlassian ecosystem doesn't have to be from India. Reach out to them. It's a very open, it's a very warm community. The best part is until you ask, you will never know. Until I asked, Partha to be the person who would give away the prizes. He heads the entire Jira. Right, he's the head of enterprise for Atlassian. I pinged him on LinkedIn and said, "Hey Partha, you remember me?" He said, "Yeah, I remember you. We met in Delhi." I said, "Yeah, I'm doing a session on stage. Can you come on stage and give medals to the prize of the winners of quiz?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll show up." And he did show up at my session. People were very happy to get the Are You Smarter Than Jira admin medal from Partha. So reach out to people, make more connections. There are amazing Atlassians who help out a lot. Yes, Tamanna is ultra helpful. Everybody knows this. Thank you, Tamanna, for whatever you do. But reach out to others. Reach out to Caroline. Reach out to Stephanie directly. Reach out to Lana. All of these community managers will give you ideas and help you connect with people who will, expand your horizon and break through to the next. Because if you're here, you're top cream of India. Now the next step is to make it global, right? People in North America should know the amazing stuff that Pune is doing. People in Europe should know the amazing thing that Mumbai is doing. And you only get to do that when you bridge, when you ask them to be a speaker in India event, or you be a speaker in their event. So once you do that, it will be really helpful. I thought I became a little preachy, But that's something that I will say that has helped me personally really well. And yeah, that's it. Any questions? Yes. Subramaniam is going to ask a very serious question. Let me take a pen and a marker.
Thank you. Yeah, Sajid, I heard that, no, it's not just a question, it's a best practices. So you mentioned that you have been collaborating with the multiple chapters and driving them. I started my chapter in 2020, November, and in 2021, Tamanna has introduced me to you in the Slack channel.
Sure.
Since then, I have been following up with you, but haven't got any response.
Oh my God!
What? There are 3 persons in this entire Atlassian community who I really thought of connecting with them, not on a personal level.
Right.
No,
you can connect with me on personal level also, buddy.
No. Okay. So like there are 3 people.
Yeah.
One is Jim Seddon. So he
Jimmy.
has his Jimmy Seddon.
Yeah.
The second one is you, and the third one is your spouse, Meghana.
Thank you so much.
So you are the 3 people who are completely inaccessible at any point of time.
So Jimmy, I understand he's in a different time zone, but I am in your time zone, and you have my WhatsApp number. Why are you pinging me on Slack?
Because I do 2 type of communications. Once I don't have your contact number at that moment.
Okay.
So when I used to connect with you on Slack to invite you as a speaker to my chapter, I got a couple of responses. Only couple of responses.
Oh my God.
And last year in the Leaders Connect, I connected with your spouse, Meghana. She really has some talent. So I contacted her with regarding another project, but even she did not turn up.
Oh my
and
God.
Jimmy Seddon, he has an app developed in Atlassian Marketplace, which really blew my mind, which is my kind of interest.
Arctic Wolf, which app?
I'm really not sure. It's a long
that's
it's
okay.
a couple of years back. So why? When you are doing these kind of activities, because someone has mentioned a lot about
Avneet
you.
has an answer.
Yeah. I will come back to you.
Actually, this is not a question. This is an invitation to you.
Oh yeah.
Come as a speaker.
No, so I'm going to go to Vizag now, like directly, like not even ask. No, buddy, apologize if that's true.
No, that's fine. The reason why I'm asking you upfront is, Tamanna has a great respect and a lot of words about you from 2021. So from 2021.
Okay.
So since then I was thinking, because I don't know to connect personally, right?
No, please, we'll share. I think I remember showing up at one of Vizag's virtual event where Deepak was also
that's for
there.
2 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean,
on video 2 minutes, but yeah. See,
I mean,
my
really
biggest
respect
challenge
your-
in showing up for other events is my 3-year-old daughter that you saw on the photos as well, right? She takes most of my time, whatever that I have. But very happy to be speaker. I've been lucky to be part of Pune. I've spoken at Mumbai. I've spoken at Greater Noida. I've not spoken at Noida yet. I'm going to, but I've Greater Noida, yes, I have, and a bunch of other cities as well. This 2026, it's my target to at least visit 10 Indian cities and reach out to more communities, and Vizag being, one of the top communities, 100%. But yeah, I personally write my phone number on a pen with a pen.
You have to be included in top 3. Vizag should be top.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
No, the reason why I'm asking upfront is, I really like all the champions in India with their expertise, uniqueness, and the way they bring to this forum. So I thought of connecting with everyone. So personally, I like Deepak and Deepanshu, who are very close to my heart because of shared interest or vision.
Yeah. Physical proximity resembles that.
So yeah, don't take it another way. I just thought of
100%, sir.
sharing my
Of
views
course.
to get your expertise also.
Yeah. And I am sure you have my WhatsApp number because I remember 2 days ago watching your WhatsApp story with the BJP state president with your book.
Oh,
So,
okay.
buddy, I have your number and you have mine. Only
no,
then
no,
I can
no,
see
I
your
have.
WhatsApp story.
No, I have. So I thought of taking this forum opportunity to
Of
connect
course.
with you. Offline.
Yeah. We'll definitely connect. I have your number saved. Otherwise, I couldn't see your WhatsApp story.
Okay,
But
thank
sorry,
you.
Mayur.
How do you manage QVizWiz, Delhi, now this ITSM, your family, job, everything, and that is not like 50%, 20%. You are giving 100% in every aspect, right? How do you take a time and manage everything?
So one thing that I do is I
Sajid,
plan ahead.
one
Sorry,
minute.
Avneet.
I want to add one more line into this question. I also want to know how you are managing your time, because right now my family is also growing and it is very difficult for us to.
100%.
I'm not married still. I'm not able to manage.
he has some other priorities as well.
So I'll take you a little back and why this is Atlassian community. So I'll be very clear. Atlassian is not part of my life. Atlassian community is. Because Meghna, my wife, we were not husband and wife before we became community leaders. So we were community leaders first. Then we used to host events together. We spent a lot of time together. And then we got married. And then we had a baby. Right? Not the other way around. That she was my wife and then she got married. So community was always piece of conversation in my family, right? Even when my baby was born, like everybody from Atlassian, Tamana sent me flowers, right? She was the first person to send me flowers, by the way. I've got more flowers, but she was the first person on day one. When we brought the baby back home from the hospital, flowers were waiting for me at my door. So community has always been very special to me. As I said, before 2020 in India, it wasn't as boom as we see today in community. So a lot of my really close friends were people from North America. Some of you might know Andy, Fun Man Andy. Really close friend. We call each other spirit brothers because we speak at least once in every 2 days. Then there's another gentleman named Robert Wen. There's Rodney, there's Alex, there's Andy Gladstone, even the guy that you saw in the picture, Kapil, folks from New York. So these were really cool friends that I made at a time where I was really struggling with my work because I was working with a company called Sapient and I was doing this every day. So Jira Consulting, I was on DC as well, by the way. So we were struggling because I just didn't feel much purpose in it, doing 9 to 5 in the same time. Right, but these people helped me realize what so much more that I could do with the knowledge that I had, presenting it in a way that is my style. So when I did that, I felt it kind of very seamlessly integrated. And again, it's the tools and the community. So when I got married, I planned it all in Jira and Trello. When I moved my houses, me and Meghna use a Trello board to literally plan everything. Use Confluence to document whatever we wanted to. We still have, it's oversharing, but my baby had a poop chart that I managed in Trello. Right? I have an archived Trello poop board because I used to capture, okay, what time and because you have to tell that to the pediatrician, right? You have a young baby, you know this, right? So it was very embedded into everything that I was doing. Then I joined a partner, so it kind of became a part of what I was doing. But it's still today, it's not about Atlassian. I don't know many Atlassians that I'm friends with, but I'm friends with a lot of community leaders. It's the people that I have found that became much more than just doing a job, right? It was just hanging out with Siddharth before he was a community leader and organizing agile, meetups and just, there's a session going inside. Me, Siddharth, Deepti, Meghna, and a bunch of others are sitting outside, Dipanshu included, in Leela, just sitting outside having fun for 2-3 hours. And the sessions are going inside. Nobody is going in there. We are all sitting outside. So that family, that extended family helped me a lot. And I, on paper, I plan things out. So I say, okay, December, the trivia thing will go on. And after a time, things become on autopilot also. So I don't prepare for quiz. I came in today at around 7:38, and I made a quiz that I will do later today. That's all. It's that intrinsic because I'm passionate about it. I like facts. I like trivia. But on the other side also, I plan ahead. In December 4th, I will do this, or December 30th, we'll do an year-end party, and I'll block it on a calendar, and I will pace myself accordingly. So I have Canva on my phone, I have Jira on my phone, I have Trello on my phone. If I'm traveling, I'll make some notes. I have a OneNote which is very active. Now I use Loom way too much. I'll record a message and I'll send it. That's how I was working with my team in Jira, in Trundle as well. But yeah, that's that. There's no secret sauce, man. You have a kid now, you know how abrupt time is. I've worked in play areas while my daughter is playing in the ball pit to, do something and just send it across. I schedule LinkedIn posts, so that helps out a lot. So today I have 1 hour, I'll schedule next 5 days LinkedIn posts. And then okay, now I will not touch. That's why I really suck at commenting on other people, because I will open LinkedIn and it will only show me the same posts over and over again. But I will plan my next 5 posts. That's what I will do. Thank you for that amazing question. If there's nothing else, then I will bring on. Yes, Dipanshu.
And Sajid was thinking that being with Quizmaster, there will not be any curveballs.
Yeah.
Okay, so not actually a question, but just to add to what Sajid was just speaking. So basically, in Delhi NCR, we do have a small family, right? And that actually helps because we have those 5 communities there, and there have been times when a couple of cities had conflicting events, and everyone is so accommodating that either one of the city backs out or we are able to move the events, and it really helps. So yeah, so and the Delhi Gurugram chapter that has to be considered the mother of that entire community because it started from there. Of course, Noida and Delhi both started in 2017, but Delhi has always been the larger one, right? So thanks to basically Sajid and Deepthi because they were accommodating enough, and that's why we have the thriving NCR community. And basically also kudos to Tamanna because when she joined, it was a different game. Before that, it was very difficult to get help. Not very difficult, but it was not so easy to get help from Atlassian. But after she joined, it has changed a lot. So yeah, thanks to Tamanna.
Yeah. See, I would say go outrageous. Go as outrageous as planning a bike ride, and then tell Tamanna that, hey, I'm doing this. She'll say yes, and then she'll be like, oh my God, now I have to take an approval. I've said yes. So that's what you got to do. You just got to trick her into it. So like, that's what I do currently. Like this year of QuizBiz, I didn't share this earlier, but I plan to do this in the next coming weeks. Atlassian events, as you know, are always free and will be. So this year what we said, hey, we want to make better use of what QuizBiz does. We have good reach now. So I opened it up for sponsorships. A bunch of people reached out to me. We selected, there's a company called Collabsoft, Remy and Chris, if you would have seen. So those guys pledged in $10,000 as the winner of this year's edition, and that $10,000 will be given to charity. So again, it wouldn't be possible if I didn't just like, hey, I said, Tamanna, hey, whatever money I get for QuizBiz, I will put that on championship belts. Again, crazy, right? I'm a WWE fan. So it's like winners get WWE belts. So and she said, okay, go ahead, do it. And I hope that Stephanie does not get angry at her because we keep throwing these things at her. So yeah, I 100% agree with Dipanshu. I'll give out an example. We did an event with Atlassian Foundation in Delhi. Same day, Noida had a student event. Dipanshu finished that event, then came to our event. That's how close we all consider each other to be. Because if it's a big event for one person will finish the job and go there. And if you build that community within that sub-community, it helps out a lot. Awesome. All right. If there's...
Include your passion. So
Yeah.
It won't be like you need to manage that. It will be automatically managed.
Yes. Awesome. So I will invite Deepak because I know he's our social media star and will definitely have more points for social media strategies. Thank you, guys.